So let's all start in a child's pose. Taking the knees apart, sitting back towards the heels. Stretch your arms forward. So you can either do a more active stretch where you straighten the arms and are really reaching, or you can kind of just let the forearms relax on the mat. So just kind of whatever feels better. And just starting to lengthen your breath from here. Taking long, deep inhales in through your nose. Long, deep exhales out through your nose. Inhaling and exhaling about the same length. Using this time to just kind of let go of anything on your mind, anything from outside world, and really just starting to turn within, just really being present for the next hour or so. Taking a moment to really just notice and feel all the elements of being outdoors right now this morning. Feeling of the wind, the air, sounds, the water, the birds in the city waking up. So just moving nice and slow. You can lift your forehead up, come up on your fingertips, draw the shoulders back. And when you're ready, make your way into your hands and knees. And just move through a few rounds of cat-cow pose, just moving at your own pace with your own breath, warming up the spine, taking your time, just kind of exaggerating the movements, doing what feels good to kind of wake your body up this morning. We'll do one more round of cat-cow. And then you can make your way into downward facing dog. So spreading out the fingers, sending the hips up and back, and then finding any movement, especially in this first one, to just really wake your body up. Walking your dog, maybe bending the knees a lot or coming onto the toes. And then when you're ready, just walking your feet up to your hands for an easy ragdoll forward fold. So keeping a nice bend in your knees. Relax the head and neck. Lift up through the hips. Maybe sway a little bit side to side. Spread out the toes. Feel yourself grounding through the feet. From here, we'll come to a half lift. Straightening the legs, drawing the shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward deeper. And then on your next inhale, lengthen through your arms, either reaching forward or out to the side, but just reaching up, long, extended mountain pose, good. And then exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll just pause here to just kind of set an intention for class, or just kind of remind yourself of something you're grateful for. And then we'll move to the front of our mat and start with our sun salutations. We'll do 3 sun salutation A's. Moving with your breath on an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale to fold forward, hinging from your hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to bend your knees, plant your hands, making your way to a plank. Lowering down nice and slow, maybe coming to a cobra on your first one. Drawing your shoulder blades back, lift up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, moving your way back into down dog. So you can either come onto your hands and knees or kind of a reverse push-up. 5 deep breaths in down dog. So settling in There's always an option. You can come to a child's pose instead of down dog if that feels what you need at the time. So we'll be here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knees, look up to your hands, and step your feet into your hands, coming into a half lift. Exhale, folding, and then next inhale, reach your arms up, find length. If you want, reaching back a little bit. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do the same thing again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to bend the knees, plant the hands, step or hop back to a plank. Rolling down nice and slow. Elbows hug your ribs. Draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale. Coming to downward facing dog, settling in. 5 deep breaths here. So we'll be here for 1. Relaxing the head and neck. 2, 3, 4, and on 5, bend the knees, look up to the hands, walk, step, or hop, feet to hands. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. And then next inhale, make your way all the way up. So, good, if you want, reaching back. And then our last one, just moving at your own pace without me talking. Good. From here, 2 rounds of sun salutation B. So starting in chair pose, sit back, bend the knees, reach the arms up, draw your shoulder blades down and back, and then exhale to fold forward, half lift. Moving through a vinyasa here. Coming into downward facing dog, and then reaching that right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Stretch it out, and then bring that right foot through between your hands, setting up for warrior 1. Spin the back heel down. Hips square to the front, reach the arms up. Good. And then we'll cartwheel the hands down, making our way through to the other side. Stepping back to a plank. Moving through a vinyasa. 3-legged down dog, left leg reaches up. And then bring that foot all the way through. Spin the back heel down. Make your way up. Good, and we'll cartwheel the hands down. Flowing through a vinyasa, meeting a downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths once you're in downward facing dog. We'll be here for 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Bend your knees. Look up to your hands, feet to hands. Half lift. Fold forward, and then we'll finish in chair pose, sitting back, reaching up. Good. And then come all the way up, and we'll do one more. All right, so starting in chair pose, sit back, reach up, inhale, exhale, fold forward, inhale, half lift, exhale to come to a plank, lower down, up dog or cobra, into downward facing dog. Three-legged down dog, right leg reaches up, and then bring that foot through, spinning the back heel down at the same time. Reach your arms up, lengthen through your spine. Good, and then cartwheel your hands down, making your way through to the other side. Left leg reaches up, and then bring that foot through, spin the heel down, warrior one again. Good, and we'll go through a vinyasa. Five deep breaths in downward facing dog. We'll be here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knees, go up to the hands, feet to hand. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, and then inhale, sit back, reach up, chair pose. Good. Come on all the way up, shake out your arms, grab a drink, and then we'll start with our standing poses. Good. All right, so just standing forward fold to start with. You can take your peace fingers, feet hips distance apart, or a little bit closer together, and then we'll hinge from our hips, wrapping the fingers around the big toe. If you need to, bending the knees, lifting up through the hips and folding forward. Bring your stomach towards the upper thighs. Sending your body weight a little bit forward so you're not sitting back in your heels, coming back to your breath. From here, inhale, draw the shoulders back, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, we're going to go deeper. So this time lifting up one foot, placing the palm underneath all the way up to the wrists, and then lift up the other foot, place that other palm, bend your knees as much as you need to. So maybe your stomach's even on that upper thigh, and then work towards straightening the legs. 5 more deep breaths. And then inhale to draw the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, release the hands. Bring your hands to your hips, make your way up, set up your mat. Good morning. Maybe grab one of those weights for the front of your mat. Yeah. Yeah, you might need one too, Monica. It's a little windy, yeah. A new mat? Oh!
I'm gonna say 6 feet away.
If you need that.
I need one. Okay.
Cool. All right. So let's step towards the front of the mat. We're going to take a big step out to the right. You're going to be leaning. Facing the back of the mat. So right foot faces the water dog, faces the back, left foot faces in 45 degrees. We're triangle pose. So reach, reach, reach forward. Good. Fingertips coming all the way down to the mat or just on the shin. Long straight line between the arms. So one option is you can take those peace fingers and wrap around the big toe again, if that feels accessible. Pressing in towards the bottom hip, spinning that top hip open. And then on your next inhale, make your way through to the center, star pose, feet face forward, and then we'll set up for the other side. So left foot faces the front, back foot comes in, reach forward, extending, opening up the arms, coming back to your breath. And then next inhale, come back all the way up through to the center. Star pose, we're going to turn to face the back again. This time, take your hands to your hips. We're coming into revolve triangle pose. So square the hips, right hip back, left hip forward, reach the left arm forward. Yes, and we're going to reach, as you come forward and down, reach it across your body, trying to take the fingers to the pinky edge side of that toe, but if they don't make it, you can take them to the inside. Right hand to right shoulder, so you're twisting that upper body open, and then reach that right arm up. Keep twisting through that upper body. Deep breaths. Good, and then you can make your way back through to the center, star pose. We'll set up for the other side. So turning to face the front, hands to your hips, square the hips. So left hip back, right hip forward. Bring that right arm forward. We're going to come forward, reach it across your body. If possible, fingertips on the pinky edge side, but if not, they can stay on the inside. Left hand to left shoulder. Keep twisting, kind of cranking that shoulder open towards the sky, and then reach the arm up. Deep breaths. Good. And then make your way back up through to the center. Star pose, good. Take your hands to your hips. We'll take a big step forward. All right, we're going to do set up for extended side angle pose. So wider step out with your right foot. Star pose, turn to face the back of your mat. We're starting in warrior two, so bend that right knee. Good. From here, we're going to reach forward. Level one is bringing the forearm above the knee. Left arm reaches up. Take that left arm extended forward. And then level two is bring those fingertips to the inside, the big toe side of that foot, knees over your ankle. Let's stay here for 5 deep breaths. And then next, inhale, make your way all the way up through to the center. Star pose. Left foot faces forward, back foot turns in a little. Bend that front knee. We're going to reach forward. Level one, forearm above the knee. Top arm comes up. And you're going to take that top arm forward, so biceps towards the ear. So option to stay here or bring the fingertips down inside that foot. Good. Looking up towards the fingers. And then on your next inhale, make your way all the way up, star pose. Good. And then take your hands to your hips, and then we'll step to the front of the mat. Very good. All right, so we're going to set up for a wide-legged forward fold. So big step out with the right foot. Line your heels up with the back of the mat, just to kind of have something to line them up with. Reach your arms out to the side, feet as wide as your fingers. Draw your shoulders back, and we'll interlace the hands behind our back to start with. Drawing your shoulders down and back. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward, keeping our hands interlaced behind our back. Lift up through the hips. Allow your arms to open up. So the shoulders to open up, hands to reach up and over behind you. Bringing the body weight forward, working towards getting the top of the head down, lower. And then keeping your hands interlaced, hinge from your hips to make your way all the way up. Very good. From here, we'll reach our arms out long, star pose. Take your hands to your hips. We're going to fold forward one more time. Just one more variation. So option here to walk your hands underneath you, or taking the peace fingers to your big toes is leverage. So either option, just trying to go deeper in this forward fold. And then from here, you can take your hands in front of you, coming onto the fingertips in a half lift. And then little bend in the knees. Take your hands to your hips to come all the way up. Good. We'll turn to face the front of the mat, step forward. All right. So this time we're going to face the front. We're going to do pyramid pose. So you can either grab your elbows behind you or reverse prayer, pressing the palms together, elbows out wide. Take your right foot back, and you're lining up staggered, so it's only back about halfway, lined up heel to heel. Left hip back, right hip forward, and then hinging from your hips, leading with your chest to make your way down, folding forward towards that front knee, spreading out the toes for balance. And then slowly making your way up, leading with your chest. Keep your hands behind the back, step forward, and we'll set up for the other side, stepping back, just a small stance, lining up heel to heel. Right hip back, left hip forward, leading with your chest. Start to make your way forward. And then slowly make your way up. Good. And we'll step forward, and then you can shake out the arms. All right, we'll pause here. If you want, grab a drink of water, and then we'll do our 2 balancing poses. All right, so first one, you have the option to just do a regular tree pose where reach the arm up, or you can do a half lotus pose, working towards either reaching the arms up or a forward fold. So either option, left foot starts grounded. If you're in the half lotus, one hand comes behind your lower back. Good. Reaching for the toes. And then if you're in the tree, reaching your arms up, even the half lotus, option to reach the arms up or fold forward. In the tree pose, reach your arms down, half lotus, start to make your way up. Good. Just shake it out, and then we'll do the other side. So coming back to your breath, maybe finding something to focus your gaze. Take your time to set up. So tree pose, foot can come to the inner thigh or the calf. Energetically pressing that other leg back. When you're ready, either reaching the arms up, or you can fold forward if you're in the half lotus. Eyes are focused to help you with your balance. And then in half lotus, slowly making your way up, and tree, bringing your hands back down to your heart center. Shake it out. All right. Next one, grounding through the left foot again. Option level 1 is we're going to bring the knee in front of the hip, And then open up. Level 2, take the peace fingers to the big toes. You're going to work towards straightening that leg. So it might start out bent. If you can, you're going to work towards straightening it. Straight back, straight standing leg. And then open the hip out to the side. Keep your eyes focused on something in front of you to help with balance. And then you can bring that foot in front of you. We're going to release it, but keep it up as high as you can. Point the toe, straight leg, straight back, super straight leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release, shake it out. All right. Same thing on the other side. Grounding through the other leg option. You can stay here the whole time and here, or take those peace fingers to the big toe. Work towards straightening it, but it's more important you have a straight back than that you're rounding forward. And then when you're ready, we can open the hip out to the side. Good. We're going to bring that leg forward, lift it up a little higher, release it, keep it up as high as you can. Point the toe, super straight leg, straight back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Shake it out. Roll out your ankles. All right. From here, we're going to come to chair pose, move through a vinyasa, and then do our warriors. So sit back, bend the knees, reach the arms up. We're going to hold it here 5 deep breaths. So drawing the shoulders back as you reach up. And then on an exhale, fold forward. We'll flow through a vinyasa again. Downward facing dog. And then you're going to bring that right foot through between your hands. Spin the back heel down. Take your time to set up for the warrior 1. Make sure your front heel is in the middle of the back foot. Front knees over the ankle, hips square to the front. Make your way up. We're going to be here about 5 breaths. Lengthen through your spine. Reach those arms up. Pressing through the pinky edge side of the back foot. Keeping the arms up, we're going to straighten that front leg. Turn that front foot in 45 degrees. And then your left foot is going to face the back of the mat, setting up for warrior 1 on the other side. So think square the hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Nice bend in that front knee. Deep breath. Opening up to warrior 2, right arm comes out to the side. Hips square to the long edge of the mat, arms out nice and long. Relax the shoulders down. Keep the arms long. You're going to straighten the left leg, bring that foot in 45 degrees. Turn to face the front, the right foot faces forward. Warrior 2 on the other side. Getting a little glimpse of the sun as the clouds kind of start to move over to the side. All right, from here we're going to go through a vinyasa to make our way to a seat. Coming into a downward facing dog, just 2 or 3 breaths. And then you're going to step your feet through to the center, crossing up the ankle to come to a seat. And we'll set up for our seated poses. So starting out, staff pose, bringing the feet in front of you, flex the feet, lengthen through the spine, just bringing the hands down by the side. And then from here, we'll inhale, reach our arms up. We're going to take our peace fingers as we hinge from our hips, reach, reach, reach forward. Peace fingers around the big toes if possible. If not, hands just at your shins, your ankles. 5 deep breaths. From here, inhale to draw your shoulders back, lift your head and chest, reach the arms forward. Exhale, reach forward. See if you can go a little bit further. 5 more deep breaths. Relax the hands down, settle in, coming back to your breath. From here, inhale, draw the shoulders back, lift the head and chest. Exhale, come up the whole way. Reverse plank, so take your hands behind you, fingers face you, point the toes. And then inhale, lift the hips up, work towards pressing the tops of the toes, tops of the feet on the mat. Allow your head to drop back. Hips stay up nice and high. Deep breaths. And then slowly lower down. So we'll go through a vinyasa. So the low vinyasa is always optional, but crossing at the ankles, come forward, round your shoulders as you lift up, coming back to a plank, lowering down through to an up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, only about 1 breath. And then you could step or even hop the feet through, crossing at the ankles, coming to a seat. Good. So we'll start with our left leg forward. So here, option to take the right foot to the inner thigh or to open the hips a little bit more if it feels okay is to come to that half lotus, bringing the heel in towards the belly button. All right, take the right hand behind you so your fingers are reaching for that toe even if they can't make it. That's the idea, drawing that right shoulder down and back. Reach up long with the left arm, flex the left foot, reach forward, and we're going to fold forward. Inhale to draw your shoulders back, lift your head and chest. Exhale, come up the whole way. We'll just switch sides, right leg out long. Left foot either to your inner thigh or bringing it up into that half lotus. Flex that foot that's out long. Left hand behind your back, reaching for the toes if possible. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward. Good. 5 deep breaths here. And then inhale, draw your shoulders back, lift your head and chest. Exhale, come up the whole way, straighten out. The last optional vinyasa, crossing at the ankles, coming forward, rounding the shoulders, lift up, coming back to a plank, lowering down, up dog or cobra. 1 breath and downward facing dog. And then walking or hopping your feet through to the center, coming to a seat. All right, left leg forward. We're going to bend that right knee back. Rotating the hips inward, so you're rotating the inner thighs in towards each other if possible. Just down, heels in towards you if possible. If not, just do what you can. All right, flex that foot that's out long. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, draw the shoulder back, lift the head and chest. Exhale, come up all the way, straighten the right leg and the left knee back. Both sit bones on the ground. Heels next to your thigh if possible, as close as you can. Flex that foot that's out long. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, flex that foot, fold forward. And now to draw your shoulders back, lift your head and chest. Exhale, come up the whole way, straighten that leg. Optional vinyasa, crossing at the ankles, round the shoulders, coming back. So it could be a step or even a hop back to a plank. Up dog or a cobra. Down dog, one breath. Stepping or hopping your feet through to the center, crossing the ankles. Good, coming through. All right, left leg forward, right foot to the inner thigh. Flex that foot that's out long. We'll reach both arms up. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale to draw the shoulders back, lift your head and chest. Exhale, come up the whole way. We'll switch sides. Good, flexing your right foot. Inhale, reach up, square your hips to that right leg. Hinge from the hips, reach forward as you fold. Settling in, coming back to your breath. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, lift the head and chest. Exhale, come up the whole way. And then optional vinyasa, crossing at the ankles. And then either step or hop back to a plank, lowering down, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Bringing the feet through. All right, left leg forward. Right knee is going to be bent. All right, for this one, we're going to have about a hand's distance between your foot and your leg. Knees in towards you. You're going to bring the right arm inside that knee. Good. Bringing that knee up towards you. Reach forward as far as you can, trying to get the shoulder in front of the knee. Reach, 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 and then bend your elbow back. Other hand comes around. Right hip, cheek, your butt's lifted up a little, working towards hooking the fingertips if possible, and just folding forward. So flex that front foot, folding forward towards that front knee. Good, and then you can bring that right hip bone down, release your arms, we'll straighten the right leg, switch sides. Left knee in towards you, about a hand's distance between the foot and the leg. Bring that left shoulder inside, left hip bone's kind of up off of the mat. Reach, reach, reach as far forward as you can, and then bend that elbow back. Reaching it behind you, other hand comes behind. Fingertips trying to reach for each other. Flex that front foot as you fold forward. Good. And then from here you can release the arms and maybe straighten the leg, and then we'll move through a vinyasa. Coming through to a seat. We'll set up for a seated twist. So left leg forward, cross that right foot on top. Option to keep that right leg out long, or you can bend the knee back. Either way, you get the same twist, just a little different in the legs. So sitting up nice and tall, if you're bending the knee back, you're almost kind of sitting on that heel. Take the right hand behind your back, reach up long with the left arm. Inhale, exhale, twist, bringing the elbow above the knee, lifting the stomach up and over the upper thigh as you look behind you. And then you can come through to the center. Just an easy counter twist in the opposite direction for one breath. And then we'll uncross our legs and switch sides. And then from here, left hand behind your back. Inhale, reach up long with the right arm. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. Stomach up and over the upper thighs. Twisting through the upper part of your body, looking over your shoulder. And then making your way through to the center, counter twist. And then optional vinyasa. Coming through to the seat, and we're going to set up for boat pose. So feet in front of you, bend the knees. 3 rounds of boat pose. Draw the shoulders back, lean back a little bit. Reach the arms forward. You're going to either lift the feet straight up, so you have a bend in the knees, bring the inner thighs towards you, or work towards straightening the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crossing up the ankles. We're going to come forward, lift up. So round the shoulders, lift the hips up, and then sitting back down into a second boat pose. Bringing the knees in towards you, energy through the arms, feet forward, point the toes to engage the legs for 5. Good. 4, 3, embrace the shakiness. 2, 1, cross at the ankles, round the shoulders, lift up. Coming into the last one. Make it your best one. Last one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Cross at the ankles, and maybe just go straight into a vinyasa as you lift up, stepping back to a plank. Good. Once you come through, we're going to come to a butterfly stretch. So bringing the feet together, heels in towards you. 2 variations. So first variation with a straight back. So draw the shoulders back, lengthen through your spine, and then hinge forward from the hips. Trying to keep that chest lifted. Good. Yes. Keep coming forward. 5 deep breaths. And then from here, you can round your lower back, round your shoulders, maybe rounding your head, bring your forearms down. And then slowly make your way up, moving through a vinyasa. Come into our last seated stretch. Our last seated pose, wide leg forward fold. So taking the feet out wide. Flexing the feet, making sure, or take your hands to your inner thighs and rotate them outward. If possible, taking the peace fingers to the big toes, keeping the chest lifted, or you can just take your hands to your shins. Hinging from the hips as you start to make your way forward. And then from here, inhale to lift your head and chest, exhale, come up the whole way. You can bend the knees. All right. Grab a drink of water, coffee, and then we'll make our way onto our back. How are you feeling, Diane, after time off? You're good?
Like, as soon as it was done, I was like, I had this energy I've never had.
Good.
Seriously.
Sometimes your body needs a like your body needs to not do yoga, you know?
I mean, like, on Sunday, the AC went out.
Yeah.
It was so bad. We had to check it out. Energy was like, oh.
Let's take our way onto the back. Good. Well, that's good. All right, so we're set up for bridge pose. Heels in towards your feet, hips distance apart. Press the palms into the mat. Lift your hips up. Interlacing your hands behind your back. Maybe walking the arms under the shoulders a little bit. Keeping those hips up nice and high. Lift the chin up away from your chest. Settling in, coming back to your breath. And then lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Take the feet out wide. Drop both knees to one side and then to the other. We're going to do one more bridge pose. Option to do it the exact same way. Or you can come to full wheel pose. Take your hands underneath the shoulders, fingers face you, maybe coming to the top of your head first. And then making your way up, just staying as long as it feels comfortable. Lifting the chest forward. Taking your time to make your way out of the pose. This time maybe hugging the knees in towards the chest and just doing a few circles. So a few times in each direction. And then from here, keep that right knee hugged in towards the chest, left leg out long. And then we're going to straighten the right leg up towards the sky, stretching out the hamstring. So hands behind your thigh or your calf or your ankle. Yeah, if you want, rolling out that top ankle. And then from here, bring your forehead up towards the knee. Good. You can lower back down, bending that right knee in towards your chest, and we'll set up for the other side. So right leg out long, left knee squeezes in towards your chest, and then straighten the left leg. And then bringing your forehead up towards that knee. Good. And then you can lower back down, bend that knee in towards your chest again. All right. From here, we're going to come into either waterfall pose, which is legs straight up to the sky, or shoulder stand to plow pose. Shoulder stand, you want to start out, bend the knees, press the palms in, chin stays towards your chest as you roll onto your shoulders, elbows kind of in towards each other so they're parallel, hands on your lower back to support your lower back, feet straight up towards the sky. Looking up towards your feet. From shoulder stand, you can start to lower the feet behind your head. We'll move forward. And then you can take your hands, interlace them behind your lower back to get up higher on your shoulders so your head and your shoulders, not too much on your neck. Finding that nice release in your back and your spine. And then pressing the palms down, bend the knees, so lowering the knees down, kind of this called ear pressure pose, so knees on either side of your head, pressing down towards the mat. And then you're going to lower down using your hands to move nice and slow. Let's come into a happy baby pose. This time the way down, reaching for the outside of the feet, maybe rocking side to side. Good. And then let's take the knees in towards the chest, arms out long. We're going to drop both knees over to the right side for a little twist. And then bring both knees back up through to the center and drop both knees over to the left side. Good. And then coming back through to the center again. Hug both knees in towards your chest. This time bringing your forehead up towards the knee. So curling up into a tight little ball. And then from here, you're going to release and make your way into Shavasana. So just your final relaxation pose. Just here about 2 to 3 minutes. Allowing your body to just completely release and relax in this pose. Allowing the feet to just naturally open up out to the side. I'm trying to come to a place of stillness. Coming back to a regular breath. Using these last few moments of class just for yourself before you start your day. And then from here, take a nice deep inhale in through your nose. Complete exhale. And then one more time, nice deep inhale. Complete exhale. Start to roll out your ankles, roll out your wrists a few times. And then bend your knees. Reach your arms up overhead, stretching it out. Roll onto one side, pausing there for a breath or two. And then when you're ready, you can push yourself all the way up to a seat. All right, and then we'll just finish by bringing our hands to our heart center. Take one more deep inhale, reaching our arms out and up. Good, bringing our hands back down and just pausing here to take a moment and just reflect on your practice. Feeling a sense of peacefulness, sense of gratitude for the practice and for coming out and doing the practice, and just allowing the positive energy that you feel to be a benefit to yourself and the people around you throughout the day. Namaste. Great job.
Another thing was
So not exactly like, yeah, regular sickness. Hi, Kelsey. I see your dog.
The dogs made a lot of appearances.
It seemed to be on your end. I don't know if it was like that for you, but kind of glitching or freezing up a